Welcome to a deep dive into the year 1880 as a pivotal moment in history marked by significant developments across various aspects of human endeavor. Politically, Europe was navigating a landscape shaped by emerging nation-states and the consolidation of power under influential leaders like Otto von Bismarck in Germany. France navigated a period of political stability under the presidency of Jules Grevy, amidst ongoing social and economic reforms that shaped its modernizing trajectory. In 1880, the United States underwent rapid industrialization characterized by the expansion of industries such as steel, railroads, and textiles. Technological innovations like the Bessemer process for steelmaking and advances in transportation, such as the growth of railroads, played pivotal roles in this economic transformation. Meanwhile, Great Britain's imperial ambitions and influence reached their zenith, with the British Empire spanning continents and asserting dominance over vast territories across the globe. The empire was the largest in history, encompassing colonies and dominions in Africa, Asia, Oceania, and the Caribbean. In Africa, the scramble for Africa was underway, with Britain acquiring territories such as Egypt, Sudan, and parts of East and Southern Africa. In Asia, British India was the crown jewel of the empire, serving as a crucial economic and strategic hub. British control extended to regions like Burma, Malaya, and Hong Kong, while in Oceania, Australia, and New Zealand were integral parts of the empire. Throughout the world, arts flourished with significant contributions across literature, music, and visual arts. Renowned authors like Leo Tolstoy and Mark Twain produced influential works that reflected the social, political, and philosophical currents of the time. In music, Tchaikovsky's compositions captivated audiences, while the opening of modern art museums in Europe reflected a growing appreciation for the new artistic expressions and movements. Overall, the year 1880 stands as a transformative period characterized by rapid change, innovation, and the laying of foundations that would shape the modern world. It marked a pivotal moment in the transition from the agrarian and pre-industrial era to the industrialized and interconnected global society that emerged in the subsequent decades. In 1880, the ambitious endeavor to construct the Panama Canal began amidst the backdrop of a rapidly changing world. The concept of a waterway connecting the Atlantic and Pacific Ocean had captured the imagination of explorers and entrepreneurs for centuries, promising to revolutionize global trade and navigation. Led by the French diplomat turned engineer Ferdinand de Lesseps, the ambitious project aimed to carve a path through the narrow Isthmus of Panama, replacing the perilous and time-consuming voyage around the southern tip of South America. The undertaking faced challenges from the outset. The rugged terrain of Panama presented obstacles, with dense jungles, steep mountains, and a tropical climate testing the endurance and ingenuity of all involved. Moreover, the threat of tropical diseases such as malaria and yellow fever loomed large, claiming the lives of thousands of workers and crippling construction efforts. Massive earthworks and dredging operations transformed the terrain, while a network of locks and channels promised to conquer the region's formidable topography. Yet, as the years passed, the project encountered mounting difficulties. Financial mismanagement, engineering miscalculations, and political turmoil plagued the endeavor, leading to delays, cost overruns, and ultimately the collapse of the French-led effort in 1889. Despite its failure, the French attempt to build the Panama Canal laid the groundwork for future successes. In 1904, the United States assumed control of the canal project, embarking on a monumental undertaking that would ultimately lead to the successful completion of the waterway in 1914. The Panama Canal stands today as a testament to human perseverance, ingenuity, and the indomitable spirit of exploration. Its construction in 1880 heralded the dawn of a new era in global transportation, forever altering the course of maritime history and reshaping the geopolitical landscape of the Americas. Wabash, Indiana stands as a beacon of innovation and progress as the world's first fully illuminated city, a milestone achieved through the visionary endeavors of inventor Charles F. Brush. On March 31, 1880, The glow of electric bulbs replaced the dim flicker of gas lamps, illuminating streets and alleyways alike with a brilliance previously unseen. This revolutionary leap in urban lighting not only enhanced the safety and security of Wabash's residents, but also extended the hours of commerce and social activity, fostering a newfound vibrancy within the city's streets. Beyond its immediate impact on the city of Wabash, Brush's achievement resonated far beyond the borders of Indiana, sparking a wave of innovation and progress in urban lighting worldwide. Cities across the globe looked to Wabash as a model of modernity, eagerly embracing the promise of electric illumination to usher in a new era of urban development. From the bustling metropolises of Europe to the burgeoning cities of the American West, the glow of electric streetlights soon became synonymous with progress and prosperity. Yet, amidst the celebration of Wabash's luminous achievement, Brush's legacy extends far beyond the realm of urban illumination. His pioneering work in the field of electrical engineering laid the groundwork for countless technological advancements in the years to come, shaping the course of human history in ways both profound and enduring. What a year for electric lighting. While Brush was lighting cities with his Brush's arc lamp, Edison was lighting up ships. The steamship SS Columbia became notable in 1880 for being one of the earliest vessels to adopt electric lighting, a breakthrough enabled by the innovative work of Thomas Edison and his pioneering incandescent light bulb. This development marked a significant departure from traditional lighting methods such as oil lamps and candles, which were less efficient and posed greater fire risks aboard ships. Edison's incandescent bulbs were powered by electricity generated on board the SS Columbia, likely through steam-driven generators. These bulbs provided a reliable and brighter illumination compared to their predecessors, significantly enhancing visibility on the ship's decks, corridors, and cabins. This improvement in lighting not only facilitated safer navigation during nighttime voyages, but also improved conditions for passengers and crew, offering a more comfortable and secure environment on board. Beyond the immediate benefits of improved visibility and safety, the adoption of electric lights on the SS Columbia symbolized a leap forward in maritime technology and operational standards. It showcased how innovative solutions could address long-standing challenges in maritime navigation and passenger comfort, setting a precedent for other ships to follow in adopting electric lighting systems. In conclusion, the introduction of Thomas Edison's incandescent light bulbs on the SS Columbia in 1880 represented a transformative moment in maritime history. It not only demonstrated the efficacy of electric lighting for maritime use, but also underscored the broader impact of technological innovation on improving safety, efficiency, and comfort in transportation during the industrial era. The grand opening of the Cologne Cathedral on August 14, 1880 marked a historic moment not only for the city of Cologne, but for the world of architecture and faith. Construction began in year 1248, but halted around 1560. Unfinished due to a lack of funding, building started back up around 1814, but was not properly funded until the 1840s. This monumental Gothic structure, with its towering spires and intricate stone carvings, had been under construction for over 6 centuries. Since the laying of its foundation stone in 1248, generations of architects, artisans, and laborers had dedicated their lives to the vision of creating a cathedral that would stand as a testament to the glory of God and the ingenuity of humanity. Throughout its long and storied history, the construction of the Cologne Cathedral had faced numerous challenges, from financial constraints to political upheavals. Wars and conflicts had halted progress, and debates over design and construction methods had often led to delays. Yet, despite these obstacles, the people of Cologne remained steadfast in their commitment to seeing their beloved cathedral completed. Finally, in 1880, after centuries of labor and devotion, the Cologne Cathedral was officially opened to the public in a ceremony cast with excitement and significance. Dignitaries from across Europe, along with clergy and citizens from all walks of life, gathered to witness this historic event. The cathedral's interior, with its soaring nave, Intricate stained glass windows and ornate altars left visitors in awe of its beauty and majesty. The grand opening of the Cologne Cathedral was not only a celebration of a building, but a testament to the enduring power of faith, art, and human perseverance. It was a moment that captured the imagination of people around the world, inspiring awe and reverence for the centuries of labor and devotion that had gone into its creation. Today, the Cologne Cathedral stands as a symbol of German cultural heritage and a testament to the enduring legacy of those who dared to dream of building something truly extraordinary. Victorio, a revered Apache leader, emerged as a symbol of resistance and resilience amidst the turbulent landscape of the American Southwest in the late 19th century. Born into the Chihene band of the Chiricahua Apache in the early 19th century, Victorio inherited a legacy of struggle and defiance against encroaching settlers and the relentless expansion of the United States government. Throughout the 1870s, Victorio led his band of warriors in a series of daring raids and skirmishes against Mexican and American forces, striking fear into the hearts of settlers and military alike. His guerrilla tactics and intimate knowledge of the rugged terrain of the Southwest made him a formidable adversary, earning him the respect of his allies and the admiration of his enemies. However, by the late 1870s, Victorio and his people found themselves increasingly hemmed in by the relentless advance of American and Mexican forces. Faced with dwindling resources and mounting pressure, Victorio embarked on a series of daring raids into Mexico, hoping to find sanctuary and respite from the relentless pursuit of his enemies. Yet, tragically, Victorio's quest for freedom and justice would end on October 15, 1880, when his band was cornered by Mexican soldiers near Tres Castillos, Chihuahua. In a desperate last stand, Victorio fought valiantly alongside his warriors, but ultimately they were overwhelmed by the superior firepower of the Mexican forces. Victorio's death marked the end of an era for the Apache people, but his legacy of courage, resilience, and defiance endured. His memory lived on in the hearts and minds of his people, inspiring future generations to continue the struggle for justice and autonomy in the face of adversity. Today, Victorio remains a symbol of indigenous resistance and the enduring spirit of the Apache people in the American Southwest. In the pivotal presidential election of 1880 that showcased Republican James A. Garfield, a seasoned politician and Union Army general, against Democrat Winfield S. Hancock, Garfield emerged victorious, securing his place as the 20th President of the United States of America. Garfield's ascent to the presidency came at a time of significant political and social change in the aftermath of the Civil War and Reconstruction era. As a Republican candidate, Garfield represented a vision of national unity and progress, aiming to bridge the divides that had fractured the nation in the preceding decades. Garfield's presidency was marked by his commitment to civil rights, economic reform, and government accountability. He sought to navigate the complexities of post-war Reconstruction, advocating for the rights of African Americans and working to heal the wounds of a divided nation. Garfield also championed civil service reform, aiming to root out corruption and patronage in government appointments. However, Garfield's time in office was tragically short-lived. Just 4 months into his presidency, on July 2, 1881, he was shot by Charles J. Guiteau, a disgruntled office seeker who believed he was owed a government position. Despite receiving medical attention, Garfield succumbed to his injuries on September 19, 1881, making his presidency one of the shortest in American history. Despite the brevity of his tenure, Garfield's legacy endured. His assassination sparked renewed calls for civil service reform and governmental transparency, leading to the passage of the Pendleton Civil Service Reform Act in 1883. Garfield's commitment to equality and justice also left a lasting impact, inspiring future generations to continue the fight for civil rights and social progress. Ned Kelly, a notorious Australian outlaw and folk hero, became a central figure in one of the country's most infamous episodes during the late 19th century. Born in 1854 to Irish immigrant parents, Kelly's early life was marked by poverty and run-ins with the law. By the 1870s, he and his associates were embroiled in a series of criminal activities, including cattle rustling and altercations with local authorities in the region of Victoria. Kelly's notoriety reached its peak in 1878 with the Kelly outbreak, a series of violent incidents that culminated in the infamous siege at Glenrowan in 1880. Fueled by grievances against perceived injustices, including police harassment and unfair treatment of Irish immigrants, Kelly and his gang donned homemade suits of armor and engaged in a dramatic standoff with police at the Glenrowan Inn. The confrontation ended with Kelly's capture after a fierce gun battle that saw the deaths of several of his gang members and innocent bystanders. Following his capture, Kelly was tried and found guilty of murder for his role in the deaths of police officers during the Glenrowan siege. Despite widespread public sympathy and support, particularly among the working-class Irish Australian community, who saw him as a symbol of resistance against British colonial oppression, Kelly was sentenced to death by hanging. On November 11, 1880, at the age of 25, Ned Kelly was executed at Old Melbourne Gaol, where his final words reportedly included the famous phrase, "Such is life." Ned Kelly's legacy remains deeply polarizing in Australian history and culture. To some, he is viewed as a rebellious outlaw who stood up against injustice and oppression. To others, he is seen as a criminal whose actions resulted in tragedy and loss of life. Regardless of perspective, Ned Kelly's story continues to capture the imagination and fascination of people worldwide, symbolizing defiance and the complexity of justice and identity in Australia's colonial past. With so much happening in the year 1880, there are a few notable mentions that should be highlighted as well. The 6th Kentucky Derby saw the victory of Fonzo, ridden by jockey George Lewis, in a race that further solidified the event's prominence in American horse racing history. Fonzo won the race with a time of 2:37.5, while 5 inches of dust covered the track. In 1880, Michigan celebrated the launch of its first commercial hydroelectric power plant, located on the Grand River in Grand Rapids, Michigan. This milestone was achieved by the Wolverine Chair Factory, which harnessed the river's water flow to power water turbines and generate electricity for its operations. The plant's successful implementation marked a significant advancement in industrial technology for the region, demonstrating the potential of a hydroelectric power to provide sustainable energy for local businesses and communities. In 1880, Henry Draper captured groundbreaking photographs of the Orion Nebula, utilizing cutting-edge astrophotography techniques. His images of this vast stellar nursery, located in the constellation Orion, revealed intricate details of glowing gas clouds and young stars within the nebula. These photographs not only provided astronomers with unprecedented visual data, but also enabled Draper to study the nebula's spectral characteristics in detail, laying the groundwork for understanding its composition and evolutionary processes. In conclusion, the year 1880 stands as a pivotal juncture marked by profound global transformation across multiple fronts. It was a period defined by rapid industrialization and technological advancements, particularly in Europe and North America during the Second Industrial Revolution. This era witnessed the rise of electric lighting, significant strides in scientific exploration and discovery, and burgeoning movements for social reform and political rights. Geopolitical tensions simmered as major powers maneuvered for influence, foreshadowing future conflicts. Culturally, the period saw the emergence of new artistic movements and literary works that reflected changing societal values and perspectives. Overall, 1880 laid the groundwork for the modern world, setting in motion trends and innovations that would shape the course of the 20th century and beyond.